I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, party people in the place to be? What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing out there? Let me say this, yo. Throw them hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you got some loot and a stick of juicy fruit, somebody say, oh yeah. How y'all this morning, man? Welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. And your man's Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, Dominic, what's good? Quiet Money is in the building. Pudge Nice, what's happening? Hewlett Samuel, what's good? I see y'all out there. I see y'all. White Falcon, what's good? Subliminal, what's happening? Subliminal 209 says, salute Uncle Lawrence, his fam. Great win last night to stop the losing streak against Philly. What's good? DDS, what's good? What's good? How y'all feeling out there after this win? Will Salkin is in the building. What's good? What's good, Will Salkin? What's happening? What's happening? Y'all see the name, y'all see the title of today's show. I'm not gonna mess around with y'all, man, and play games and such with y'all. What I want to do is get down to what they call the nitty-gritty, right? Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it, right? Let's get down to it. Hey, yeah, you know what? Hey, you got a point. Hewlett Samuel, it is time to remove Reggie Bullock from our intro. It is that time, right? What we got? What we rocking with Reggie Bullock for? What are we rocking with Reggie Bullock for? But anyway, so the Knicks are good. The Knicks are really good. The Knicks are a great team. The Knicks have an all-star, two former all-stars at point guard, a young cornerstone piece, a head coach that has won Coach of the Year twice, right? Coach of the Year twice. A front office for the first time and forever that seems to know what they're doing. Team chemistry. Or we are lucky. Ladies and gentlemen, I am introducing to you the skill versus luck debate. Now, you can be on one side of this or the other. Usually you are on one side of this or the other. There is no middle ground. There are a bunch of people that are gonna say that this team is not good, that the Knicks are lucky. The Knicks are lucky that they played the worst team in NBA twice already in 4 games. The Knicks are lucky that Boston ran out of gas. The Knicks are lucky they caught the Philadelphia 76ers without Ben Simmons. Right? Some people will say the Knicks are lucky that they are not 0-4 right now. Are the Knicks lucky? White Falcon, what you think? You think the Knicks are lucky right now? Robert Pa, what's good? Some are going to say the Knicks are lucky. The Knicks are lucky that they are not, excuse this, the Knicks are lucky that they are not, I'm a grown up. I should know how to wear a hat, right? Uncle Freezy, you're not 4 years old. You should be able to know how to wear a hat, right? But anyways, some people are going to say the Knicks are lucky that they are not 0-4 and that the Orlando Magic slept on the Knicks and the Knicks jumped all over them and they couldn't recover. But they showed the world that they can beat the Knicks, right? Oh, you a Knicks podcast. Hey, listen, I'm a big fan, man. And I'm smiling because I do other shows. I mean, all I need is an invite. Yeah, man. So here's the thing. Are the Knicks lucky or skilled? Are the Knicks lucky or good? People say luck favors the fortunate, right? That's what they say. This Knicks team is lucky, man. Why are the Knicks catching all these breaks? But I tell you what happened against a good team. Against a good team, you'll see the flaws in this Knicks roster. This is what I've been told. Listen, I work overnight with Atlanta Hawks fans, real Atlanta Hawks fans, like people that grew up in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in Atlanta, right? Rooted for the Doc Rivers, Dominique Wilkins, Spud Webb, Kevin Willis, John Concat, John Battle Atlanta Hawks that progressed through the Mookie Blaylock, Steve Smith Atlanta Hawks that were there for the Josh Smith, Joe Johnson, Al Horford, Jeff Teague Atlanta Hawks, right? Real Hawks fans. They say these teams the Knicks are lucky they hadn't seen Atlanta yet. No, guys, go. The Knicks are lucky, right? The Knicks are lucky that their schedule is not tough. The Knicks are lucky Orlando slept on them in the Orlando home opener. They think Orlando should have, could have, and would have beat the Knicks twice. The Knicks needed double overtime to beat the Celtics. They say that the Knicks are lucky that the Sixers didn't have a point guard on the roster. They came into the season thinking Ben Simmons was going to be their point guard, and the Knicks caught them without a point guard. If they had any point guard play, the Knicks will be 0-4 right now. And then you have guys that say the Knicks have skill. And the Knicks are good. Right? They say the Knicks have skill and the Knicks are good. The Knicks do things the right way. And I'm asking you, Greenhouse, I'm asking you, White Falcon, I'm asking you, Quiet Money, right? I'm asking y'all, are the Knicks lucky or are the Knicks good? Dale Sinclair, what's good? Dale Sinclair says the Knicks are better prepared for games. I think I might just tip my hand to say which side of this argument I'm on, right? And I am definitely on one side of this argument, right? Trini in Harlem, what's good? I see you. Greenhouse is saying 2 through 5 seed. I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to rock y'all boat because y'all don't expect me to say something like this, and I'm a Knicks fan, right? I'm going to say something, and I know that real Knicks fans are going to be like, oh, man, Uncle Freezy, come on, don't do that to us, right? I don't think this Knicks team is good. I think this Knicks team is great, right? And when I say that, I know y'all are going to be like, oh, man, you just put the mojo on us. You just put that bad mojo on us, man. Now we ain't going to get no breaks. It's blah, blah, blah. Listen. Good teams do certain things and get a lot of luck so they look great, right? Great teams do their job the right way, and it's a reflection of what's in the mirror. You feel me? Okay. So I'll give you another example because I don't think y'all follow. I don't think y'all follow what I'm saying. So decent teams get a lot of luck, a lot of breaks, and do one thing great, and they look like paper champions. That was the Knicks last season. Okay. The Knicks was an above average team last season, did one thing great, caught a lot of breaks, and so they looked great, right? But they wound up being paper tigers, right? So as the playoffs started, Atlanta exposed all our flaws and weaknesses, right? A good team, they do a lot of things good, and then they get some luck, which forces them to look great, and then they look like paper champs, right? But a great team will have flaws, but they play away from those flaws. They play away from, but I'll give you an example. The Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship with, in my opinion, non-threatening three-point shooting and a three-point shooting era. Danny Landis, what's good? Right? Y'all heard me. You heard me, man. Y'all heard what I said. The Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship with non-threatening three-point shooting in a pace and space three-point era. Y'all heard me? It's true. When you think about the Milwaukee Bucks, you don't think about three-point shooters. They may have a couple, but they didn't have the three-point shooting of past NBA champions. They didn't have Golden State type three-point shooting, Toronto Raptors type three-point shooting, Miami Heat type three-point shooting, San Antonio Spurs. I said San Antonio. San Antonio Spurs type three-point shooting. The Milwaukee Bucks did not have any of that. They bucked the trend, so to speak, and they won an NBA title, right? Because they were a good team, or I'm sorry, a great team that played away from their weaknesses. Eli Wise, what's good? Right? And I'm here to tell you that I believe this New York Knicks team is a great NBA team. I believe this team is a great NBA team because they play away from their weaknesses. Think about what one of the weaknesses of this team is. I'll point out one off rip, a glaring need, or not even a need, a glaring deficiency. Kemba Walker's defense at point guard. Kemba Walker's defense at point guard is a glaring deficiency. His defense at point is a glaring deficiency, right? Right? Anybody disagree? Anybody in the chat, if you feel like Kemba Walker is a great NBA defender at the point of attack, put it in the chat right now. Anybody disagree with me? Is Kemba Walker a great defender? Put it in the chat if you think so. If you think Kemba Walker is a great defender, put it in the chat. Right? Okay. So I don't see any in the chat yet, right? I don't see any in the chat, right? So I think y'all agree with me by saying when I say that the Knicks play away from their weaknesses. And here's the thing. So they play away from their weaknesses, right? They held the Philadelphia 76ers to 99 points last night. Right? 99 points. And the starting point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers scored 7 points. 7 points. Right? 7. The starting two guard, if you say, so you'll say, well, Maxi's not really a point, you know. Curry took some time to making play. Right. Curry scored 4 points in 30 minutes. All told, the starting backcourt in 30 minutes of action scored 11 points. Well, Kemba Walker in 28 minutes scored 19 points. So not only did Kemba Walker outscore their backcourt combined, the thing that their backcourt is known for is scoring, right? Seth Curry is not going to ISO you and take you off the dribble, but if you let him get an open look, he's going to knock it down. Anybody disagree with me? Is Seth Curry not a great shooter? I was looking for somebody that disagree with me in the chat. Right? Right? So here's the thing. The Knicks are a great team, and they are a team that plays away from their weaknesses. For the second, so for the second live stream in a row, I want to reiterate a point. I mean, I think it'll be a fact later on, but right now it's a point. I believe this Knicks defense is better without Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock. Again, I believe this defense is better without Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock. And I know you guys are going to argue. You guys are going to say, I don't know, Uncle Freezy, blah, blah, blah. You know, what will make you say that? Last year, this team was gave up 103 points per game. I think this defense might challenge that with a quicker pace. More pace and less points. And basically what I'm getting at is if you look at field goal percentage and not points per game. Luke Skywalker Visions, what's good? Eli M, what's good? So I don't believe this team is a good team. I feel like this team is a great team. I don't feel like we're lucky, right? I feel like we are great. And I say we as if I'm the backup power forward, but whatever. People want me to say they. I don't say they. I've been a Knicks fan too long. You know what I mean? I've been a Knicks fan since the early 70s. I don't say they anymore. I say we, because I feel like I have some type of mystic input into wins and W's for the Knicks. And that's what crazy Knicks fans do. Jerry Fitz says IQ cross of Maxey was Kentucky on Kentucky crime. I saw that. Hard Will, what's good? Oh, thank you, boss. Ew. Is that the orange with that orange?
It's not orange, it's pineapple mango.
Okay, it's pineapple mango. I'll try it. The producer, Miss Mocha, is bringing in pineapple mango Nestle Splash. Let's try it. Oh my God, that mess is disgusting, but it's cold. So, are the Knicks lucky or skilled? Are they lucky or good? I'm here to tell you, if the Knicks were lucky, a lot of those shots that they missed against Orlando Sunday night would have gone in. I'm here to tell you, if the Knicks were lucky, we would not have needed 2 overtimes to beat the Celtics. I think the Celtics were lucky that they were lucky that power forwards, random power forwards could hit threes and tie up the game with us. I think the Boston Celtics were lucky that Marcus Smart was able to knock down threes. Hartwell says, if it's nasty, it's good for you. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Yeah, that's what they say, right? That's what they say. Are the Knicks lucky or good? I'm going to throw the invite in the chat, man, just real quick. Just do that, man. And so that our family can jump in here and give me their 2 cents. I also want to talk about the Chicago game. I want to call out one of my dear friends in Knicks universe, right? And when y'all see him, tell him I did so. I want to call out my dear friend Sim Russell, right? I'm gonna call out my homie, Simeon Russell, right? Because he says something, and it frustrates me every time he says it, but he thinks he's right on it. I disagree. I hadn't had the opportunity to voice my disagreement with him, because we just right now we on different roads right now. I'd love to jump on Nothing But Knicks and chop it up with him, but then I got bougie behind Blorange Tiz stars that require me to work on stuff 24/7. We got stars like the Ghetto Intellect and Free Keith that require me to work nonstop on stuff for Knicks Freestyle. and I have people like Cornerstone Kev, who changes name every 4 days, and Sergeant Knicks, aka G-Man for Life, who require me to be disciplined and be a steady worker. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get a chance to. I got to work on stuff, so I don't get a chance to talk to Sim as much nowadays. But Sim says something, and I'm gonna put it on wax with y'all, right? I'm gonna put it on wax with y'all, right? Right? Danny Landis is in the building. What's good?
What's good, Uncle Freezy? How are you?
What's good?
What's up, Uncle Freezy? And what's up? Salute to the Knicks fam in the chat.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So I got it. So Danny, I have a thing that I want to get off my chest. I'm going to mention it about something about what Simeon Russell said, and this is not a diss. This is me disagreeing with something that he said, and I want to put it out, and because I could have sent it to him in a text, but that's corny. That's not entertaining. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say it here, and then that way we'll have something to. So here's the thing. I believe RJ Barrett is an elite defender, and RJ Barrett doesn't have trouble guarding small, shifty, athletic guards. Right? I think RJ Barrett can guard anybody.
Yes, I agree.
You name them. I would say anybody. Like in Thursday's game, I think Tibbs is going to have RJ Barrett guard Zach LaVine, who's probably the most athletic player at his position. Zach LaVine can levitate. You saw him in the dunk contest.
Oh my God, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You saw Zach LaVine in the dunk contest. You see him in highlights, dunk, levitating.
He's nasty.
He's fast. Changing direction is insane, right? So Simeon Russell, who is a role model for me, right? Simeon Russell, who's a role model for me, right? Says that he believes RJ Barrett will still can't. Basically, what his son comes out to is can't guard athletic guards. I'm here to tell you that I think RJ Barrett not only will guard these guys, but will shut them down.
Shut them down. Yes.
And so here's the thing. Here's the reason why I would say something so outlandish. For one, I'm an RJ Barrett homer. That's why I say outlandish stuff about RJ Barrett. But
Let's go for the stat sheet.
yeah. But two, I think what you saw between Bradley Beal and RJ Barrett in the preseason is not a fluke. I think Bradley Beal's frustration with RJ Barrett was not one of his shot wasn't going. I think it's one that R.J. Barrett took him out of his game.
Yes.
Right? I saw Bradley Beal cross R.J. Barrett up and he looked to take him to the basket. And before he could get going, he was running into R.J. Barrett's stomach. Meaning R.J. Barrett was right back in front of him. Right? R.J. Barrett is going to be an elite defender. Right? An elite defender. I think what's going to happen is you're going to see R.J. Barrett rotate from Zach LaVine to Lonzo Ball to DeMar DeRozan, whoever has a hot hand, wherever he's required. And I've heard it across Knicks universe several times that R.J. Barrett has his own physical gifts, but those physical gifts are not explosive athleticism, speed and quickness, and jumping ability. But then when I look at elite defenders, of the past, your Ron Artest, your Ron Artest, he wasn't an elite athlete. Your Bruce Bowen was not an elite athlete.
Bruce Bowen was kind of dirty too.
Yeah, Bruce Bowen was kind of Even today's lockdown defenders, your Lou Dorts, they're not elite. They don't have elite athleticism.
No,
but what they have is this, and what's in their chest, right? And so Hartwell says most of the times players don't want to guard the best player or the all-stars. He has taken the challenge on. Well, got to give him credit for that. Yeah. And so we saw with R.J. Barrett and Bradley Beal, we saw about 12 to 14 possessions where Bradley Beal wanted to cook R.J. Barrett and couldn't even get a shot off.
He couldn't. Yeah, I noticed that.
Not that he missed. Chat, listen to what I'm saying. Not that Bradley Beal missed shots. He couldn't get a shot off, period. Was Bradley Beal rusty? Nah, no. Don't tell me guys that contend for the scoring championship are rusty. I don't want to hear it. Don't make excuses for the other guy.
No excuses. He wasn't rusty. This R.J. Barrett's a good defender.
Right. I'm back. I had to get myself a drink, Uncle Freezy.
Yeah, I have two of them, and
Uncle Freezy has his iced tea.
Yeah, but big dub for the Knicks last night. Big dub.
Yeah, man.
And Freezy, you said they were going to win by 17. They were winning by over 17 yesterday. You called it. You called it.
And so I'm gonna get to. So I want to get to the reason why they won that game. I'm gonna finish this thing with R.J. Barrett real quick. I just want to get it off my chest, but I'm definitely getting to that because we unlocked something yesterday, right? But in fairness to that, I'm gonna table that. Finish this with R.J. Get people thoughts, and then go back and finish that, right? So the thing with R.J. Barrett and Bradley Beal scored 30 points per game 2 straight seasons, right? Right? He went one-on-one with R.J. Barrett and couldn't even get a shot off.
Yeah.
Right? So South Brooklyn says RJ got the ability to get higher when he jumps to finish better. He needs to learn to time his jumping better. Yeah. I think that has to do with RJ Barrett getting stronger, growing into his body. Right?
I think he has the ability, Freezy, to guard anybody, to be honest. He's got the strength. He's got some speed. So whoever says he can't play defense, I don't know what they're seeing. They're not watching the Knicks game.
Right.
You got to give him some credit. He wants the challenge.
Hey, so Uncle Fulio says Why does Danny Landis look like he worked for the Secret Service? That's an inside joke, Uncle Fulio, because he does work for the Secret Service.
A lot of secrets.
Yeah.
Freezy, you missed my son's game on Sunday.
How do you do?
Oh my God, most intense game ever. It's mixed between third graders and fifth graders.
Right.
And my son's team won 29-22, but they had two kids on the other team that you leave them open. They were hitting shots, outside shots.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
All the parents were screaming, defense. We were screaming. I lost my voice.
Wow.
I can't wait for this Sunday's game. This Sunday now.
Wow. How did Lucas do? Did he grab any boards?
He had some rebounds. He tried to shoot twice and he got blocked because a lot of the other kids are tall on the other team too.
Okay.
I try to teach him how to like pump fake, but he's still learning,
Yeah. Hey. So the thing about success is, I learned that success mixed with failure gives you the motivation to reach higher successes, whereas easy success straight on doesn't give you the motivation to reach the highest success you would normally reach. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those. It's like one of those deals where, like with me in boxing, I lost a lot early because I didn't have I had the physical ability to do it, but not the the experience to do it well. So Uncle Fulio says, and shout out to Uncle Fulio too, by the way. RJ is a good on-ball defender. Off the ball, he is not good. Still needs work. Yeah, no, I don't agree with that. I don't know. I'll need somebody to break that down for me. How RJ Barrett is not a good off-ball defender. When I saw him deny Jason Tatum the ball for most of a possession, and then get ISO'd by Jason Tatum late in the shot clock and force a miss. But maybe if Uncle Fulio can break that down for me.
You know what Lucas said, Freezy?
No.
A good offense is a great defense. He'd rather play more defense. A lot of times on offense, he's staying back court. He wants to wait to play defense.
Really?
I tried to teach him. I said you have to go down and move around because he'll stand in one spot with his hands. I'm open. I said you can't stand in one spot. You have to get open.
Right.
But I'm glad he's thinking about defense first. A lot of people don't think like that.
No.
No,
defense first. That's a novel idea. People
want to be a lockdown defender like the Worm, Dennis Rodman.
Right. Yo, I love the tomatoes, bro. Donald Cannon is throwing tomatoes at somebody. I don't know who. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Donald Cannon, you don't like this hat? I have a bunch of mug downs like this, man. I have a bunch of mugs like this one, man. I just like.
No, it's a good hat. Maybe just like my mask.
Yeah, man. That's
the mask superstar.
That's what. Yeah, man.
You called the Freezy yesterday with that blowout. That was
Hey, you know what? I called it, and so Knicks fans are worrisome in that they fear people that have been traditionally good, right? So Alawa says, send that Josh his tomatoes until he put respect on our name. Bim. And so Hartwell said he was late to close out, but he was still learning this a new role, guarding those type players. Yeah, some of those things that I did see with RJ, but you can't, when you watch the game, you can't just say he was late because you can't hear the communication on the floor, right? When you can't hear the communication, right? So say Danny Landis and myself are guarding, 2 people are guarding 3 people weak side, right? and Danny Landis has the wing, and I have baseline, right? I have baseline. Danny Landis has the wing, right? But they sent a pass to the corner, right? And I don't see that because I'm focused on two guys. Danny has to say corner, 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 and then I have to go. If Danny doesn't say corner, and I don't go until I see the ball headed to the corner, I'm getting there late. But you guys are going to say, well, he was late to the closeout. But you don't understand the communication that went on there. It's a lot that goes into basketball, man. A lot that goes into basketball. A lot of it, you have no idea. You have no idea. Like, I know y'all know basketball, but what I'm saying is you wouldn't know why I'm late. It would look to you as if I reacted late. But two people guarding three people communicating on this side. One guy has these responsibilities up here. I have these responsibilities back here. This guy tells me late, then I go late. It looks like I went late because I reacted late. Right? There are a lot of things that go into it. Yo! Look who it is. Look who it is. Before you let me do this. Before we do that, let us do this. G-Man, what's good?
As always, salute to the chat.
What's up, Sergeant?
What's good, Danny? What's good?
Everything's good. Another day, another dollar.
No doubt. Always good coming off a victory. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, yo, I was so going crazy yesterday. And Freezy called it. Freezy called our blowout yesterday. Remember, he said by 17.
Fact,
Yeah.
He did. But I ain't gonna give Uncle Freezy too much credit because we don't want that to go to his head, right? He got something right.
Don't let it go to your head. What's that chick that sung that song? Don't let it go to your head. Let me Google it.
Yeah, you'll have to Google that because my mind ain't working like that this early in the morning. Hey, but salute Uncle Freezy. Hey, real quick, and I know I don't want to do this, but I want to go ahead and get it out the way, right? I want to go ahead and get it out of the way early in the morning while it's still fresh on my mind. Because
Gene Cohen, that's it. Gene Cohen.
Okay. Because I know that at some point throughout the course of this week, I'm gonna hear this, right? So I'm man enough to tell you when I have maybe I have misspoken. Maybe the take that I had at the specific time was relevant then and may not be so relevant now. Or maybe I put some stipulations into context in order to be able to come back and reevaluate whatever that take was. I say all that to say this, and people are like, where G-Man going with this early this morning? Go ahead and get to the point. So I say all that to say this for you. I am on record with telling America, right? I am not a fan of giving one Mitchell Robinson a contract moving forward. I'm on record for saying that because I said that at that time I needed to see Mitch perform. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, all of y'all that's watching and that will rewatch, G-Man for Life is here to tell you I have reevaluated my decision. Decision has been reevaluated, and this is why.
What is it, G-Man?
This is why I reevaluated my decision for a couple of reasons. A, Mitch has shown me in the last 4 games what his value really is, right? Because when you don't see a person perform at their function for an extended amount of time, and then somebody else comes in and does an okay job, you tend to devalue that person's contribution because you're not seeing it right. And I was guilty of doing that. So I apologize to Mr. Mitchell Robinson. I appreciate him coming back in full stride doing what he's doing right now, right? But I also believe at this point in time, what I would like to see happen at this point in time for Mr. Mitchell Robinson, 2 things. Go ahead and get this contract done, get it out the way. Let's move on. I want to do that before we even get to a place where we start talking about, when training camp opens up. I don't even want that to be an issue. I don't want the conversation to be, are we going to give Mitch the bag, or is Mitch going to go someplace else? I don't want to have that distraction. Go ahead and pay the man. Let him continue to do what he's going to do. And then we just move on. But I just wanted to go ahead and get that out there, Freezy, because I know Knicks fans got long memories. I'm telling you, I know they do. So I wanted to go ahead and get it out of the way. But I didn't mean to disrupt what you had going on. But when you get over 50, things you got to get them off your mind when they're fresh.
Before you forget.
Yeah.
Before you forget.
Oh, look, I'm telling you, and the way this thing moves fast. People come in with a different take and take you way someplace else that you weren't even talking about.
Yes.
And then you forget how to come back.
And then you forget, bro.
So I definitely wanted to get that out there.
Yeah.
But anyway, having said all that, I hear what you're talking about with one Mr. RJ Barrett about being an elite defender.
Right.
I found that very interesting. And, I kind of think about when you talk about an RJ Barrett and where he is in development, I think people have very specific ideas of what they're looking for from a player. And if they don't see it on a consistent basis, then they can easily form the narrative that this person is not this, right? Because I don't see you do this every day. Now, I'm a realist, right? I don't believe that you could perform at an optimal level every time you step up on the basketball court or whatever you're doing. You're going to have an off game. Somebody is going to be able to scheme better than the last team to take you off your game. They're going to do little stuff to get on your nerves. Like when Freezy tried to run past me when ain't nobody looking, I'm going to hook him so he can't get around, that screen. But ain't nobody going to see that because it's so subtle. And I'm an expert at doing it, right?
Right.
Just little things like that to get on your nerves. But I believe that the potential for RJ's growth is definitely there. I believe that he has shown in the games, again, small sample size, right? But we can even take this carryover from last year. He has shown that incremental growth in what he's learning in that position, and then how that position is evolving and the competition that he's playing against. To your point, when the game that he played against Tatum told me a lot about, what that growth has gotten him, because Tatum could have normally what happened when Tatum plays us, Tatum cooks us. But that was not allowed in this past time. So I'm with you there. I believe that there are some things that I would like to see Mr. Barrett work on, but at the same time, I believe that he is better than what a lot of people give him credit for at this point in his career.
Hey, Sergeant, I missed what you had to say before. You said that you wouldn't extend Mitchell Robinson? Is that what you're saying?
No. The opposite. The opposite.
Oh, you will?
Yes. I want them to go ahead and give Knicks give Mitch that bag so we can move on and do something else. We can
So I'm gonna replay what happened in real time, Danny Landis.
Okay, right. Thank you.
So G-Man for Life said all summer that I ain't paying him nothing.
Yeah, I remember that.
In order to get your check, you gotta work. The best ability is availability.
I said that.
That's what he said.
I heard him say that.
He said, right?
On record.
That's what he said all summer, right?
Yep.
And then what happened was, after G-Man said that, the Knicks paid Nerlens Noel, and you have not seen him since.
That was crazy. I told you that. Didn't I tell you Freezy Noel's not going to be playing to be injured? He's going to break his toenail, his fingernail.
Fragile.
That was a
right?
big mistake, giving that guy that money. Big mistake.
Right. And then
big mistake.
And then
I never saw somebody make such a mistake like that in my life.
Right. And then G-Man for Life. So Mitch came out and was balling, right, against the Celtics. Yep. When we didn't know if he was going to play, 10 minutes or 30 minutes.
Facts.
Mitch came out and balled against the Celtics.
He
showed heart.
He did.
Right? Got his stamina up. He showed heart. Right? Against the Celtics. He played well. He was dominant against the Magic in 2 games. And last night, he shut down Joel Embiid. Right? And I texted G-Man for Life, like, G-Man, because what I wanted to do is, I didn't want to do it here. I actually wanted to do a video where me and G-Man for Life sat down in a conversation of about 30 minutes. That's kind of what I was alluding to with the text, right? Like instead of, what I'm saying, just sit down. That way I could ask him a question like, what would you need to see from a guy? What would, how much money it is? But then G-Man for Life came on and said, hey, before you do that, let me break it. That's what he said. Danny, did you get a chance to see that? Did you get a chance to see this? Check this out, Danny. This is what G-Man for Life. This is what G-Man for Life said, right? So G-Man for Life said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm changing my mind. Wait a minute. I'm trying to clear the screen. He was like, yo, breaking Knicks news, breaking news, right?
I love it.
Breaking news. I want to give Mitch the bag.
I love it.
That's what he said. So that's the reason why. That's where we are right now. So let me salute some people in the chat real quick. So Garden Knicks podcast, Tone Wu was good. That's my guy. Tone Wu, y'all make sure y'all check out Tone Wu stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tone, you got to be more
freezing. You're freezing.
I'm frozen. I'm frozen, G-Man.
I can still see you moving. I said, yeah, you're good. I see you moving. Yeah, look at don't do that. You're gonna hurt a hip.
It's already hurt. It's already hurt.
Watch out for that toenail.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so shout out to Tone Wu, right? Shout out to GI. GI was good, right? So the thing I was getting at is, Mitch is showing something at center that we have not seen since the days of Patrick Ewing, right?
Yep.
And people are gonna say, "Oh my God, he compared Mitch to Pat Ewing." Calm down.
Please, I'll be right back. My boss needs me for 1 second.
All right. Calm down. I'm not comparing Mitchell Robinson to Patrick Ewing's all-around game, but what I will say is, you hadn't seen a dude patrol the paint defensively
like Mitchell
since Tyson Chandler, Pat Ewing, you know what I'm saying, those type guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, the guys I'm talking about, were, if you wanted to play physical, because we had all different types of good centers, right? But if you want to play physical with Pat could play physical with you. Right. If you wanted to shoot jump shots, Pat Ewing could defend jump shots and shoot jump shots of his own, right? So Mitchell Robinson is not a jump shooter, but what he did last night is Orlando wanted to play fast, have space to floor with Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba shot threes, remember?
Yeah, he did. A bunch of them.
And Mitch got on the floor. Mitch not on the floor, but y'all know what I'm getting at. Mitch got out in space, and oh man, looky here, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Ghetto Intellect.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you.
Cues up, cool intro. Cues up, cool intros.
Bim. There it is. Hey,
good morning, Uncle Freezing. Good morning, CWC.
What's up, IQ?
Okay. You got good morning to my man Sarge. I'm gonna be brief because I'm just happy that it's a first Wednesday in 3 weeks where 7:30 will not be interrupted. Tonight, 7:30. Ladies and gentlemen, Knicks freestyle. It goes down, and we are prepared. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I don't want to give out none of my cool takes because I want the content to be fresh and organic. So I'm gonna roll out of here, and great content this morning. You smart men, lead these folks to the promised land. At 7:30, we'll finish it off for the night. Y'all be good, and all is well. All is well, man. Great time to be in New York.
Hey, can I play our joint though, real quick?
Please.
All right. Bim. There it is.
That's tight.
Knicks freestyle.
I like that.
Knicks freestyle tonight at 7:30. So yeah, man. Yeah, man.
On that note, I'm glad GI just brought that up. So again, in the same vein, the pod couple will not be on this week as a result of the Knicks playing tomorrow night. We got Chicago tomorrow night, and as always, Knicks games supersede everything else that goes on.
Yep.
So at some other time, we'll get to regain or get back into that time slot. But tomorrow night it's all about the Knicks playing basketball.
That Thursday at 6:30 time slot though, people want that joint, boy.
Yeah, man.
People,
And look,
people are like,
the only way I'm giving that up, Freezy, the only way is if you got a New York Knicks jersey and you were out on the court in MSG or playing against another opponent in the NBA. That's it. That's the only way it goes away.
And you know what? That's what you call ownership and accountability. And over at Knicks Freestyle, we don't challenge that. We get down where we lay down. That's it. That's how we do.
I get you, my brother.
I'm in the bushes, but something happens. Y'all know GI falls out the bushes like Tarzan.
they sleep. Hey, Anthony D. That old school Knicks thing be fire on Sundays.
I know. I'm playing golf, but golf season almost over, so I might find my spot on that show right before football. That's a good time. It's 11 o'clock. It's a good time.
Yeah, bro. I need to get okay. So I was just gonna try to say this in a different spot, and I'm gonna get back to the Mitchell Robinson is dominant on defense thing in a second, but yeah. It's time to change irons, bro. It's time to change irons. For me, it is.
I thought about it this offseason too, but so you get so comfortable with them and you're hitting them to your distances and on your lines. You're saying you're just being greedy. How much better can you get? But you just want to stay with it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. But I got these irons that are pretty special. Not many people can hit. And I'm like, man, do I go away from them? But
are they paying?
No, they're Cleveland CG2s.
Wow.
Yeah, only really low handicappers even have them in their bag. But I'm just wondering if I'm getting a little older, technology's getting better. I knew I wouldn't just got this the Sim Max driver. Technology's different.
Technology is different, bro. Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a Cleveland launcher, right? I used to use a Cleveland launcher back in the early 2000s. I got it in the early 2000s, right? And as time went on, people was like, man, you can't even see the paint on it no more. You know what I'm saying? You know how Ping had the engraving, the CG engraved on it, right? The inlay, the paint inlay. They was like, man, you can't even tell. And I was like, but bro, I can hit it 280 and straight. And I'm a big dude, right? So I can hit the ball far, but not necessarily straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Dustin Johnson. You know what I'm saying? See, Dustin Johnson can hit a golf ball off the tee a country mile, right? So back then I could hit it about 320 onto the cart path. You know what I'm saying? On the cart path. And for those that play golf, y'all know what I'm talking about. Like it'll take off, and then it'll start going this way. And then before you know it, I'm stepping over ropes and I'm in the woods. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, then before you know it, I'm walking around sand traps. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love this Mizuno set that I saw, and I think I may get it. It's a used set on Golf Bidder. And so what I want to do is, because I've never played Mizuno.
I've never used that Golf Bidder. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, it's golfbidder.uk. Right. And so they have a used set. And
say it again. Golf Bidder.
It's golfbidder.uk. I think that's the name of it. And so I think that's it. Let me find it for you. Let me find it for you. Well, you know what? Let me finish up on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, man, you can do that later.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Like I said, I'm right into what you call. If I gotta fall out, I'll fall out. But man, great show this morning and great win last night.
Yeah, man, great win. Hey, are we dressing up tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm coming just like I am. I'm not changing.
Bim. Okay.
Will, what up? Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, y'all.
Y'all had some great takes this morning.
Good?
I'll be here watching.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Let's go Knicks.
Let's go, Knicks. Hey, CWC. Here's the thing. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. I'm not fainting and slipping punches right now. I'm straight up coming in, the launching on. I'm countering, right? So here's the thing, right? Either the Knicks are lucky or they're good, and you have to pick a side. Don't sugarcoat this thing. Don't be telling me, nah, man, we ain't necessarily lucky, but we caught some breaks. Nah, either we are lucky or we are good. Which side are you on?
We good. And
How so?
I think they felt kind of bad because how they lost to Orlando Magic the other day, and they felt some kind of way about it. So they came out with firepower. And shout out to Kimmer and Rose playing defense. You know what I mean? And Mitch Robinson, he was off the chain with the defense. And they were calling some pity fouls on Mitch Robinson, man. I ain't like. He fouled Embiid a couple times, but not all the time.
Right. Embiid is skilled, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not get it twisted. Embiid is skilled. Man, Mitch fell for the pump fake on that 16, 20 feet away. But Embiid set him up with the up fake looking like a shot and a jab step, and then he up faked again, right? And Mitch fell for it because Mitch didn't know whether he was going to shoot or drive. So by the time Mitch got back in drive position, he saw the fake and then he just dove into Embiid. You know what I'm saying? And so he got him. He got him there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, for a dude, JoJo is 7 foot 270, just like Mitch, right? Mm-hmm. And quiet as kept, Mitchell Robinson looked bigger than Joel Embiid yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Anybody else see that, or was that me?
Yeah, I did.
Am I looking at the world in Knicks colored glasses?
No, he definitely looked.
He couldn't move Mitch. He couldn't move Mitch.
He banged Mitch. Like, you remember the first one, he threw that shoulder elbow into Mitch. He was like, oh snap. You know what I'm saying? You know how you hit your elbow on the corner? Oh, hey. And that's why when he got Mitch away, that's why I think he got Mitch away from the basket, because usually if you can't move a tree, you can go around it. Usually. And in this case, he couldn't move the tree and he couldn't go around it.
Neither case, yeah.
Put that weight on.
I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson is Wilt Chamberlain. I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson is Bill Russell, right? I'm not saying that Mitchell Robinson is Dikembe Mutombo. What I'm saying is Mitch is formidable now. Mitch is no longer a dude on the roster like, in these situations you might have to watch out for Mitchell Robinson. Now you have to game plan your offense for this dude.
That's right.
What do you think, Hardwell?
What I think about last night's game as well with Mitch, with his size and how he looks, as far as, he hasn't been back that long. And to do that against Embiid, I just think, that's priceless, man. And I've been on, me, Freezy, I've been on that Pay Mitch campaign because of the simple fact that Mitch don't require the ball down low. They don't give him plays. He go and get his own out the mud. He get putbacks. He's changing shots. Mitch does everything that we need to make us a good team. Without Mitch, we would be in trouble. And you brought up a great point last night about when you and G-Man talked about it. We played Noel, and Noel ain't even ready. And we didn't expect for Mitch to be back as fast as he is. So I just want to give credit to that man because he deserved to be paid as soon as possible. And I just want to say great games to the Knicks and great watch-along show last night as well.
Yeah, man. Y'all got Father MC on today, right?
Yeah, Father MC coming on tonight at 7.
Okay.
So stop by, Freezy, join the panel with us. You know what I'm saying? Talk, ask some questions.
All right. Yeah, we got Knicks freestyle tonight at 7:30. So what I'll do, if I can, I'll jump out and come over and support, man. And try to bring some crowd with me too. But you know, and if you don't catch those guys, and listen, if y'all don't catch these guys, if you don't catch For the Love of the Game live, make sure y'all catch them on replay. Because what I'll do is with For the Love of the Game, a lot of times it's weird. A lot of times that they're on live, we either on live or I'm doing something to go live. So what I'll do is when I get off early in the mornings, I'll replay their joint while I'm doing other stuff. Right. So I have day joints playing. I'll have Legion of Knicks playing. I have Hadouken Sharon's No Life Pod playing. Nothing but Knicks, you know, and a whole bunch of others that I enjoy, have them playing, you know what I'm saying, while I'm doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all check those guys out too. Hard Will, you a star, bro.
Facts.
I appreciate that, Freezy. And I just want to make a shout out from last night, Cully, Stefan Don. It was a great show with those guys last night. You know, I just want to shout those guys out. I had a great time. Wasn't even expecting to go on. I normally just want to watch the game, but to watch the game and talk to those guys was really fun. Even you, Freezy, coming back and forth. Thanks for having me on the panels with you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nah, no doubt. But let me ask you this: how do you feel about the Knicks beating the Sixers using balanced scoring, as opposed to say one Knick trying to go 1-on-1 against the entire franchise, the Philly franchise? How do you like that?
I'm glad you asked me that, because what you said last night, I had to go and rethink, because you were saying if the players don't make those shots, then we in that same position. But I was making more points when you left because I had to think about it. Sometimes I let my mind think, and I was saying, like, if you don't give me the ball, and if I don't make shots one game, that don't mean next game that we gotta go on a different route and start pounding the ball. Another good point I thought of last night was that if you don't give me the ball on time, then that's not helping me make my shot. One extra dribble by Randall or whoever is making an assist could mess up the timing on the release of the shot. Another good point is, if you're not getting your teammates involved the way we did last night, everybody's not playing the same defense that we played last night. Right. Those are key points that I thought of in reference to what we building. When I made big points about the Randall thing, it was because we're not going to go far that way. Now, how we played last night, Freezy, and you know it, sky's the limit if we can continue to play like that, because we going with everybody. It's like everybody playing and we're not forcing anything. It's who's available. Excuse my background, I'm in Manhattan. It's who's available. And that's what I love about when we play together and with Mitch in the middle. It's just great basketball. Everybody's chipping in, and we spent our money for these new guys to do what they did last night, and not for him to keep bringing up the ball. If you noticed last night, Kimber was bringing it up, and he created shots for Randall. That's what I was looking forward to for this season.
Right. No doubt. So what I'm getting at though, and not to peel back the scab of the wound, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is in the moment, if guys are not making shots, I don't want to force them to make shots. You know what I'm saying? And Knicks fans don't either, because one of the biggest soft spots in Knicks universe is the John Starks Game 7. When you talk to people about the John Starks Game 7, 2 for 18, when they told him to keep shooting, anytime you talk about that, people are like, God, what Starks? They should have pulled him. Starks should have passed. And so I dig it there. Starks wasn't even the star of that team. Pat Ewing was, right? And I'm using that as a reference, not to what you're saying about long term. What I'm saying is, like, if my shot's not going, you know what I'm saying? If my shot's not going, I'm going to do other stuff. I'm going to scream like hell for CWC. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure my cuts are sharp, even though I might be a decoy, but my cuts are going to be sharp so I can pull G-Man's attention away from him, so that when Hard Will throw the pass over the top of me cutting to G-Man in the corner for 3, G-Man don't have a hand in his face. You know what I'm saying? So we could do other things. Definitely do other things. I dig where you coming from with that. I just think, you know what I'm saying, it's more to offense than just shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody got to do something else, huh? Like you just said, and Fish said that last night. Not to cut you off, Uncle Freezy. Fish made a good point last night. He's saying that not keeping Randall engaged, but go rebound for us, make a play. Like last night, he was 2 for 9, and then he started passing, which was great. When we lost to the Magic, he was 8 for 24. Right. 8 times 3 is 24. That's not what we needed. Those extra shots he could have gave that to other players to help us win that game.
RJ Barrett.
That was my main point. And I'm not saying that in the fourth quarter last night we didn't need Julius Randle to give us 3 or 4 buckets to secure that lead. That would have been great to put him 25, 24 points. You know what I mean? Keep him around his average. But he didn't do that. He had scored a few times, a rebound and a putback. What I did notice is energy. He had a lot of energy, which he could rest up for the Bulls. We talked about that last night too, Freezy. When you're able to rest guys and prepare them for the next game because we up by so much, that's what winning teams do. They rest their players, and he's ready to play against the Bulls. And that's my last take on that part we just was talking about.
Right. And so here's a let's transition to something else then, right? I want to transition to something that you just mentioned, minutes. In my opinion, all NBA minutes are not equal, right? Because you can play the last 8 minutes of a 1-possession game in the playoffs, and it can be a grind, right? That's a grind. Those are stress. Those are high leverage minutes, right? Or you can play the final 8 minutes of a fourth quarter blowout versus a team does not have a puncher's chance to beat you because the lead is too big, and the lead is big because they don't have offense, right? So basically both teams, they want to win. They scrambling, doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, running sets, blah, blah, blah. But they are not gonna be able to beat you. So you're not cruising, you're playing hard, but you're not threatened, right? In the other scenario, you're threatened, right? So it's stress intense, it's intensive stress on one side, right? So that's the reason why I want to bring up a guy, and I know y'all gonna be like, every time G-Man get up here, you want to bring up Obi Toppin, right?
Oh, goodness.
That's not really. Every time G-Man get up here, Uncle Freezy wanna.
Obi time. Wait! Did I get you that theme music that's gonna play behind that slide right there? It's gonna be fire.
So I wonder, and so G-Man, I wanted to bring up Obi, right?
Mm-hmm.
My deal with Obi and Quickly, right, is I don't think they need more minutes. I think they need to be more productive in the amount of minutes that they get right now. Right? So last night, Obi Toppin played 12 minutes. He got 9 points and 4 rebounds, right?
Yep.
Last season, he played the same amount of minutes and averaged 4 points and 2 rebounds. So off rip, you would say Obi is more productive this year, right?
Yeah, just looking at the numbers, I would say yeah.
Right, because rebounding is a hustle stat.
That's right. That's right.
Charlie Ward cousin, rebounds a hustle stat, right?
Yeah,
that's not a skill stat. That's not a skill stat.
Well, I think with Obi and Quickly, when they get in the game, they just want to just do their thing real quick. You know what I mean? They don't take time to think what they're doing, and I think it's take time for them to warm up too. You have to warm up in the game. I think that's what's going on with them too. You have to get warm up.
Right. But bench players, you have to rev your engine just like the starters. Because once your numbers called, you ain't gonna have time to warm up.
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's the thing with Toppin and Quickly. It takes time for them to get warm up.
Right.
So CWC last year, I would agree with what you just said. But this year, what I've seen from these guys, it's a totally different dynamic. And I'm going to tell you why. because to Freaky's point, putting quickly in coming off the bench. He was coming off the bench last year. He was coming off the bench behind Randall. Nothing has really changed at this point, other than the fact that now there is a potential to have this small ball lineup going on where you could potentially have Randall and quickly in the game at the same time. We've seen what that looks like, right? But I believe that the efficiency rating of a quickly or an Obi in the game for whatever amount of minutes they're playing is more efficient this year than it was last year. Last year, to me, they were still in that, to your point, that learning phase, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do when I get out here on the court, right? They had the deer in the head, more so Obi than quickly, but the deer in the headlight looks, trying to figure out, okay, I'm out here right now. I don't want my head coach yelling at me. So what is I'm supposed to do? So instead of trusting your basketball instincts, you're looking for somebody to tell you quickly, go here. Obi, go here. They don't need that this year. So I equate that to this. And you got to back it all the way up. And I know people, some people pay more attention to building foundationally than what you see the end result. Like, so when you see these millionaires on TV, they haven't always been millionaires. At some point, they will eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? Or that bologna sandwich that you get from with the big thick red band you got to peel off and then put it in there and stop playing. Don't act like y'all don't know what bologna sandwiches are. You know, when you put it in the frying pan and that thing puff up like that, and you got to slice it to get the stop playing. Let me move on.
I think they so anxious to score because they know Tibbs will take them out the game quick if they make a mistake.
I don't think it's so much from a scoring aspect. I think it's more so that they play the scheme that Tibbs has laid out. What Tibbs gets upset about is when you go out there and you mess up the scheme that we practice all week. We have gone over this play time and time and time again, and you go out here and make a mental error that costs us either a rebound, it creates a fast break, or it costs us a turnover. That's what Tibbs gets upset about. So I think that go ahead.
Oh, you good. I just want to know, do NBA make plays anymore? Do the coaches make plays anymore? I don't be seeing no kind of plays or schemes like on offense.
They do.
It seems like everybody just be doing their own thing.
So Charlie Watts, because this is what I think is going on right now. And I'm not an NBA coach, but just watching the game and have watched this game for so many years. I remember the day when you used to have to come to the sideline and the coach gets the little whiteboard out, right? Puts it in his lap. Yeah. He draws up like 3 plays at a time. Once this happened, this happened. I think right now, the way these guys prepare, in whether it be summer league, whether it be preseason, but more importantly, what they do during practice, they set schemes. So versus saying, I want Charlie Wood Cousin to come, I want him to bring the ball up as soon as you cross half court. I want you to look for Uncle Freezy down in the low post. If the low post is not available, kick it back out because Freezy is going to draw the double team. Kick it back out to the open band. Open band takes a shot. Right now, I think it's more so that the coaching staffs will kind of gravitate towards
or kick it out to the outlet, and the outlet man kick it to the open man because sometimes there's a hockey assist that can be had too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's more so instead of giving dynamic play calling, it's more situational, right? So when you come down court and the way that the coach drew the play up, and because the defense they gotta vote in what's going on the floor as well, right? So just because we draw a play up doesn't mean the defense is going to say, okay, I'm going to follow your play call. It may be totally different. So CWC is now double when he ain't been double the whole time. He's getting pressed. So now what do we do? Because that's not on the whiteboard we just drew up. But when you're talking about situational basketball, all that changes because we didn't have flexibility. Because in a situation to where we say the person is bringing the ball up, the only thing that I'm concerned about as the head coach right now is who's bringing the ball up the court. Because the person that's bringing the ball up the court can navigate whatever the situation is that you see, whether you get double, triple, whether your man is laying off, whether you got somebody posted up in the corner, whether you got a dominant big man in the paint and you want to feed the ball to him. All that is situational. That's that floor general that we talk about, right? So I think that more so than drawing up those dynamic plays, coaches.
I'll be right back.
Coaches today are doing situational basketball. So I think there is a level of preparedness still out there. but it's not what we used to seeing, where we just draw up plays.
Exactly. Cause we 90 boys, we be in the 90s.
Man, look, if you got to call a timeout every 3 minutes. G-Man with the long win. Hey, otherwise, you know how I get, bro. You know when I get in my bag, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't come out my bag. CWC, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
So what do you think about the Bulls game, man? You think, G-Man, this is what I think. I think the Roses don't shoot threes, right? I think we have an advantage of that. We shoot threes now at a high rank. And Lonzo Ball, he like a streaky shooter. He not a pure shooter. So you could play defense on him. Oh, he might penetrate to the hole, but we got Mitch right there to defend that. And then you got Zach LaVine probably be their best shooter on the team.
So I had this conversation. So what you guys don't know is behind the scene, Kev and I talk every morning, right? Well, almost every morning. And we talk about if there was a Knicks game, we have that discussion or whatever the case would be. And we had the same conversation this morning. And his question, the same question you just asked, what do you think about the game against Chicago? I told Kev this. I told Kev, anybody else that plays for the Chicago Bulls can beat the New York Knicks except for a Zach LaVine. I don't care who else on that court is scoring the ball. It will not be Zach LaVine. So whatever that defensive scheme is going to be, we need to stop that from happening. Now, I'm going to tell you, the quickest way to see G-Man upset is if Zach LaVine is cooking us early. I'm going to be hot as fish grease. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be hot. So, but I think what we do in the LaVine aspect, and we talked about, defensive matchups, and I feel like DeRozan, albeit he's still a credible threat, he's not the threat that he used to be. So from that standpoint, I will put a Fournier on a DeRozan. And put RJ on Zach LaVine. Because he's more athletic and he's got more legs, and I think he can stay with Zach a little bit better. So that's what I'm hoping to see. And as long as we do kind of the same mindset that we had last night, if we playing team ball, we can't be beat. I don't think there's a team in the NBA that can beat us if we're playing team ball, to be honest. I'm telling you right now.
And I just want to say,
you know what, G-Man?
Shout out to y'all two guys. You and CWC, y'all was the ones who agree with what I was saying about the team ball thing and Soul Finger. I just wanted to shout y'all out for that, because that's how we got that win yesterday. CWC kept trying to say that all-stars get their team involved. And you were saying something similar, G-Man.
No doubt.
So I just wanted to shout y'all guys out, because that's the key to what we really need to keep this winning streak, just because we got a long season, It's even a longer season than last season. And I think with Randall being rested sometime and not being running like we need him to do 30 every night, it just changes the dynamic. I just want to touch a point on what y'all was talking about Quickly and those guys. Quickly and those guys got to just learn how to make plays, good plays. Tibbs know it's other things to do besides scoring. And I think once those guys figure that out, they'll be fine. You see how he passed the ball to OB. Quickly was doing other things last night that he don't normally do. He took the scoring, just wanting to score off the table and just playing ball. And if other guys do the same, it'll all work out. That's all what I really wanted to say about that. And in the Bulls game, I think we coming in off a great momentum from winning last night. And when we like this, we deadly. Anybody in front of us could be fooled. And Bulls didn't really play anybody that's really that good yet. So I think we got a great chance to beat the Bulls as well.
Yes, sir. And who's this? Hardwill?
Yeah, that's
I can't see your name.
CWC.
That's Hardwill.
Oh, okay. I see your name now.
CWC. Yeah, bro. How you?
All right, I'm good.
Hold on. Point of order, right? So every now and then you try to you got to Freezy. I'm trying to figure out, for the life of me, why are you sitting up here in a hat that looks to me to be like an Orlando Magic hat with the colors? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Nah, bro.
You split your hat.
Yeah, when you get older, bro, you realize little things mean a lot, bro. And the orange hat was itchy.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? You know how you put on some things be itchy, bro. It could be fly as hell. It could be fly as hell, bro. But if it's itchy, it ain't worth it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Freezy. Hey,
I mean, little
I'm
things
with
get a
you.
lot, bro.
I'm with you.
Like when like when me and G Man for Life have the meeting after the meeting. That's after the meeting.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
more important to me than the meeting itself.
That's right. That's right.
Little things mean a lot, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you. Hey,
So
I'm with you, brother.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Hey,
with you.
G Man, Ghetto Intellect point out that you use Robert Rules of Order to correct us. As G Man said, point of order, Sir Robert's rules. And so so Robert's Rules of Order is what he referring.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? They're referring to. So
No
yeah,
doubt.
man. Hey y'all, I gotta wrap up though, because I gotta take that mixer back because it was whack.
Really?
But I ordered another one. Hey, so I got the of course, I got the the personal joint, but I got the one for the show also, right?
Right.
I got the one for the show also. It's all fingerprinted up. You know what I'm saying? But we hadn't been able to use it because the mixer I got is whack. So I got to take the mixer back. I ordered it off of Amazon, so I got to take it back to Kohl's, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take that back to Kohl's, man, and so I want to have people calling in the show. So we're gonna work on that.
Before you wrap this up, Freezy, you bring up an interesting point, right? And I don't know if Knicks Nation or the Blorange family is aware.
The pie couple?
No. I already did that. I did that already. So what I'm gonna say right now is this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Again, you could be anywhere else in America, in the world, but you're here with us today, and we appreciate your patience. For those of you that are watching, and those of you that will rewatch, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when the family goes live. Right? I say all that to say this: Freezy does a lot, and so when you have people that are quiet assassins, right? That do things behind the scenes. They don't ask for a lot of accolades. They don't look for the hoopla or the pats on the back, right? But Freezy does a lot for the family, for the people that are on the channel. These different shows that we got. But one of the things that I would ask, just me personally, G-Man for Life would ask, is we don't like to ask you to monetize the channel, but understand, those super chats that you guys send out, they mean something, right? That is the ability for us to establish a phone line. So if you don't want to get on a video panel, you can still call in. People can still hear your takes, and you're still a valued member of the community, right? I'm just asking you, you know what I'm saying? Just think about this as you're moving forward. And we can make great things happen because we definitely want to get this phone channel up for sure, so that you guys can call in and be a part of what we got going on, and at your leisure, right? So how I started, I got frustrated and sitting on the phone for an hour and a half waiting to talk to somebody, and when I finally get on, I'm only on for 2 minutes, and then those 2 minutes I don't even get my point across. So at that point I said, well, I'm about to get on somebody's video panel and share my mind, and I'm gonna tell you what my thoughts are. I say all that to say this.
It's all good, bro. I'll be there tomorrow.
We are doing what we need to do as far as the Blorange family. So we want you to grow with us, because this is the us thing. This is not the people that you see up on the panel. This is a Knicks Nation thing. And you know how we are as Knicks fans. That's what we do. All right, that's all I wanted to get off my chest real quick.
And I'm joining the family soon. I'm just waiting for the right time in the application.
No doubt.
I just had to let that be known so Uncle Freezy know.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Hey,
and I just sent you something towards your trip too. I sent you a cash app towards your whatever you gotta buy, bro.
I got you, and I gotta thank you. That's coming. Because what I learned by being around older gents is the personal thank you is always good, and thank you for your generosity, right? But sometimes a genuine public thank you is good because it shows that two men can, be gracious at the same time in front of others. So Hard Will, thank you for your generosity, but I got to thank you publicly too. So I got that joint coming too. So
I do that because it ain't about what you say about me or what we do here. It's about just how I am. It don't got nothing to do, because before I even started doing that, you always just show me love and shout me out, because that's how you really feel. So when people do things genuinely, that's why I do that genuinely. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's just all about the same way you showed me love, when you met me. It didn't have nothing to do with money. So I don't care about that. I'm going to support always, even years down the line, I'll still send cash out.
Right. For sure.
And I want to shout out to you too, Uncle Freezy. Thank you for having this on broadcast. You know what I mean? Because when I first started on YouTube, I was just looking and I seen Uncle Ron, but I didn't see you at first.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. After Ron go off, I'm like, who is this guy? Uncle Freezy. Right. So I went to you. Then I'm like, oh man, this guy cool. I like how he do his thing, shot people out, everything.
Yeah, man.
CWC, stuff like that. I appreciate it, man. That would make me get involved with your network here. And then I've been a Knicks fan since the 90s when they were playing Miami Heat. The Knicks were playing Miami Heat, all of that. So I appreciate you, Uncle Freezy.
Hey, no doubt. And I appreciate y'all too.
Check this out. I'm about to get you back to center, right? So that's what I'm here for. I'm about to bring you back to center. All this lovey-dovey. And
I'm about to get in the car.
I was about to tell you, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get with the business. You on the clock, brother. You on the clock. Let's go ahead and make this happen.
Yeah, man. Hey, so let me do this. Thank you, everybody, for everybody that came through, everybody that jumped in the video chat. You know what I'm saying? Cully said, oh, so y'all make sure y'all check out Cully channel. He got a lemon pepper freestyle that's dope. That lemon, hey Cully, the lemon pepper freestyle that kind of got me through the Orlando Magic loss, bro. I was at work, and so I was like, man, we lost, and I was listening to Cully, listening to Cully lemon pepper freestyle, and Cully always be like, man, oh man, don't you have to shout me out, man. But anyway, hey y'all, just go check out.
Shout out Kelly, man. I met him last night. Shout out Kelly, dope dude.
He said he got more music on the way, no doubt.
And Uncle Freezy.
Yeah.
Before I want to say it to you. I say it on air. Like I have an idea and I could contribute too. You know what I'm saying? Like sometime in December or whatever. Know what I think we should do? I think we should make like T-shirt. Right. I think we should make some shirts, with your picture in the front, say New York Knicks, and the people in the back, like G-Man, R-Will, like picture of us, and and give like the Shaq some shirts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well,
like everybody pictures on the back, and your picture be in the front, and put people's name on it, like CWC, Sergeant, and all of that.
Yeah.
GQ, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey. So why you ain't text me and tell me that? Why you giving away an idea to the public? You could have texted me that. And now somebody gonna steal my idea.
Yeah, I was saying it on air, CWC.
Yeah, well, hold on, bro. How you gonna say you ain't got the number?
You supposed to reach me on Facebook.
You see the number at the
we gonna fix
see
this
the
today.
Number at the bottom?
Man,
I can't see till I get off your network.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna have to jump off here, guys. I gotta go do the thing.
I gotta take this thing back. Hey, so everybody,
all right, Freezy, have a good day.
Yo, thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good day. We'll holler at y'all. Knicks freestyle tonight. Check out For the Love of the Game.
Don't forget to throw Mitchell the bag.